What's up? Welcome back to the Artist Coaching Podcast with me, JoeySuki. Ralph is on his way, and Jay unfortunately won't be here today. But doesn't matter, you know. It's gonna be fun with Ralph and me at all. It's ADE. Some of you might be in Amsterdam right now, already far into the madness of things. But we have a couple of days to go before the madness starts, or not a couple of hours to go, actually. I will leave on Thursday, so that's tomorrow. And I will head to Amsterdam, then have a nice day in Amsterdam with a lot of events and meetings and stuff. And then on Friday, we have our own event, the Artist Coaching Munch and Mingle. Looking forward to that, as in yeah, we've organized this event a few times before, and it always blew my mind, as in how fun it was and how many people came there, and it was just always fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. This year we actually doubled the amount of visitors, so it's gonna get busy. I'm curious to see how that goes. I see Ralph's here. And by the way, also we're gonna do a live podcast recording there. We will record it and put it on as a podcast later. Here he is, Mister.
Hey,
Ralph.
hello.
Hey, we're already live, just so you know.
Oh, you're live on your own.
Yeah, just talking to my own.
Okay, that's perfectly normal
It's a new concept.
in this day and age. So, what were you talking about? Were you like talking to somebody, or were you like just venting your thoughts?
I was just doing the intro and telling people about ADE and our event on Friday, and that's it.
And Jopke is playing padel.
Yeah, he shifted from golf to padel.
He never played padel.
He,
Yeah, or
I don't know.
barely. You know, I also got the invitation to play padel.
Was it the ADE event?
Yeah. And I saw some people like Nicky Romero. He's big on training for padel for ages now. And I also saw Quintino training and a lot of others. And I was like, okay, I'm a decent player, but I only have had one training. And I was like, nah, man.
Who is organizing that spinning?
No. These guys, they're actually cool guys. And I forgot who. But I met them last year somewhere, and or I met them this year on Ibiza, and I know where they were doing this. And I like padel a lot, so I actually should have gone, but yeah, um, I'm glad I'm not there because you're gonna get smoked when you're not so good.
Uh, oh, live stream still live. I thought something went wrong, but it's here. Yeah, but it's fun. I still recall a long time ago that in Miami they organized these football tournaments.
Yes, I know they were amazing.
Is that the same organization or?
No, definitely not. Different organization, but yeah, it's kind of the same idea. And actually, it's cool that music, yeah, like unites, but also sports is like a big uniter everywhere in the world, and especially with the popularity of padel. I know a lot of people who live abroad, and they have the majority of their friends or people, a lot of their network revolves around sport and a lot of the times also padel. So yeah, I like it.
Hmm.
That's
And
pretty
is
cool.
this a tournament for AAA artists only, or?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I think it was for just artists, not per se triple A. I mean, Jopke is there. He's not here to defend himself now. Haha, Jopke. And no, just yeah, I think it's mostly artists, which is also fun to see some doing the seeing everybody doing something different. And but yeah, I know a lot of the artists like Nicky Romero. He's really good at it, and he plays with the top level. He got trained by the top level, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, it's crazy.
So I that's why I know I have to stay away.
Yeah,
Can't compete with
exactly.
that. Being all autodidact at it, and my only form of training is TikTok and shit in my Instagram feed, which is full of padel, by the way,
Oh,
surfing and
really?
padel.
Dude, this whole Padel thing went straight by me. Like I knew it happened. Um, I don't know.
It's a lot of
Like,
fun. Like the learning curve is not so steep. You go, or it's actually it is steep because you learn pretty quickly. You get to a decent level. You're able to play like if you do it like 3 4 times, you're a decent player,
hmm,
and you can have a lot of fun. And then comes the mission to get really good, and that's always a long road. And
yeah,
also the stupid thing is in the village where my mom and dad live in Spain, um, like their sport is like the center of the village. And you have tennis courts, football courts, and also padel courts. And you have them for like more than 20 years. That's the amount of time that I come there, like 25 years. And I never looked at it and thought to myself, that might be fun. And now I'm playing like a retard every week padel. And how could I be so blind? But it's also interesting that sometimes you just see stuff and you just don't get it. You cannot grasp the idea that something can be cool or
no,
something.
you just followed the hype. That's it.
Definitely, and that's the stupid thing because I know I've seen the game like happen in front of my
Hmm.
eyes for so many years now, and yeah, it's just weird. But it's safe to say, like we all just have our tunnel vision, and even me.
I'm just trying to fix something here because a few people in the chat say that the audio quality is bad, and
Bad.
YouTube says use a different keyframe.
What's
Where
a
the hell do I
keyframe?
change keyframe?
Maybe somebody can help. Help us, please. We're too
Uh,
old for this shit. Oh, makes me
Keyframe
yawn, by the
widget
way.
open. Ik heb geen idee, joh. I don't know.
Okay, but
Does anyone know where I can change the keyframe frequency in YouTube during the live stream without screwing things up? Because it does says that the buffer size buffers too much. Let me check the settings here. No, can't really do anything here. Okay, that's weird.
maybe if I talk like this.
No, to me it all sounds great, but the live stream audio sounds cracky.
Hmm.
No, I don't use OBS. I use Riverside. Well, hopefully the recording is well. Probably it is. But you know what's funny with uh, the whole Padel thing? I didn't know it was that old.
Oh,
I thought it was this new hype. Do you know pickleball?
no.
It's also one of those sports that, especially in the States, is getting bigger and bigger.
Okay. Hey, what are you drinking?
Ginger
Ah,
lemonade.
okay. Hey, but let's talk AD and music. Because this whole padel thing, who cares, man?
Did you just? Actually just watched the new Martin Garrix video, the
No,
Martin Garrix show.
no. I haven't seen it. I knew it was online. I saw it pass by all the socials. Thing nowadays with social media, I think also a lot of people who don't know what we're doing here with the artist podcast. They only see the little clips that
Yeah.
we put online, and that's the new way of consuming shit. And I'm one of those. I haven't watched it, although I know it exists. I saw the story about it on his Instagram.
Yeah, it took 37 minutes, but I was like, you
Okay.
know what? Let me just sit down and watch the whole thing because I like DJ vlogs. I really like DJ vlogs when they're highly produced.
Yeah. And this
Um,
probably is highly produced,
it
right?
is, yeah, and I know that his vlogs are highly produced. So I was like, you know what? Let's just watch this because it's always like 10 years ago. He said, "Holy shit!" But it makes sense though because 10 years ago we were in the flight to Miami together. We talked about it last
Hmm.
week when he was just getting around the animals era, I guess.
Yeah, I remember when he was too young to go into the club, and we were at. Man, if I look it up on Google Maps, I know where it is and how the place was called. He couldn't get in, so I had
Yeah,
to walk him back to the hotel. I was like, I'm not going to leave a 16-year-old
17-year-old.
guy, by himself through Miami. And plus, we were good friends, and I didn't mind. I actually was like, man, I could also use the rest.
It's really crazy if you watch the vlog. It was a child, like when he broke through, he was a child. It was crazy to see if you look at him now and then. It's really like it was really a child, and then imagining the amount of attention that he got and the insane touring schedules that he had to deal with.
Mm,
That's a challenge, man.
dude, it is a challenge, and also, but I gotta say, yes, he was a child, but he was always just when you talk to him, he was like a smart guy, and I never my back then girlfriend, now wife, sounds so old, but she then said we were just dating, and she said, "So okay, yo, you're hanging with a 16-year-old guy." I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck, he's 16." I didn't even notice, he was like equal because he was just like this smart, intuitive person. That's why I never looked at him as like being ridiculously young.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was much older, and yeah, there wasn't
You
so
you've
much
worked with
difference.
him. You've worked with him a few times, right?
Oh, quite a lot actually. Yeah, we were hanging out quite a lot, and
What's one of the eye openers or one of the biggest things that you've learned from him?
um, I don't nothing specific, but he always just had good energy in and outside of the studio, and I loved his enthusiasm. I mean, of course, he has like this great sense for melodies. It's insane. You can almost just recognize a Martin Garrix melody.
Hmm.
I think he's like on par with Avicii. He also had that a neck for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, true.
And but yeah, how can you really learn from that? I mean, that's something. Yeah, just see it unfolding before you when he does his magic, and I cannot like reproduce that. But what really always got me is that he was so always like he has it's this true passion, always going for it, and like this. His energy was always good. Like hard to explain, but when I met him when he was 14 years old, we played in Amstelveen, the city where he's from. I thought it was called P3 or something, the club, and he was there, and he was going with his phone to my ear. Hey, listen to this, listen to this. Ooh, he was like a mosquito, but he had this smile. He was just like, he's a cool kid. He's annoying, but yeah, he's cool. And also listen to it. I was like, dude, how old are you? 14, he said. I was like, fuck, that's pretty impressive. Let's keep in contact. And then we didn't have so much contact, but every time I ran into him, I think the next time was like more than a year later, and he was at Bloomingdale's, and then he again came with his phone, listen to this, and he was just so passionate, and he heard everything you've made, everything that others had. He just lived and breathed everything, and that kind of got to me like, wow, this energy and how full he is. He was just like so full of passion for the music of others and of himself, and yeah, that just got to me. And for me, that's also why it's no wonder that he made it. For one, he had the talent of making the most beautiful melodies ever, plus the passion he had. And that's
Mm.
also because take it all to into account. He's not the most talented guy, like all round. There are others that are on par with Garrix. I mean, he's up there, but um, yeah, there are others. But his drive, his mentality, his enthusiasm, he always had a smile, and yeah, I can't remember him being sad, to be honest. And yeah,
No,
that's something I really look up to.
it's something I got from that video as well. Like he's just happy all the time. He doesn't seem stressed at all. Um, an amazing team around him, which he appreciates as well. Like he's a very humble guy. And as you said with the music, like you can just somehow instantly hear that it's a Martin Garrix song,
Yeah,
especially within the melodies. And I think that that's also a big reason why he managed to build such a big community of fans around him. Um, that somehow seem to get a sense of relief when they listen to his music. And a lot of the people they spoke to in the movie is also like people who went through bad times and listened to his music and all that stuff.
that's cool.
um yeah, but it's pretty amazing to see if you watch that video what he built over the last 10 years and how big he became, because holy shit, like stadium after stadium after stadium, like multiple days sold out.
Yeah, it's insane.
uh, and he just reached a new level of DJing, I would say.
Yeah, I think he's one of those guys who push the limits, and of course you have the Guettas and the Tiestos up there as well, and Avicii would be up there as well if he would still
Mm.
live. But yeah, Martin is one of those like extraordinary human beings. I'm actually really lucky that I got into contact with him. I consider myself lucky. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
And yeah, like some people know Messi from the beginning, yeah, it's cool. It's cool to witness, because it's really special.
That's
And
true.
yeah, some people have that special thing, and he is one of those, and that's really cool. And yeah, he's really modest, polite, and all. Yeah, I really like him. He's a cool human being.
Good kid, good kid.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. No, but
Hey,
it's something I don't think many people like realize how extraordinary that is. Being so down to earth whilst being
yeah,
so talented and famous.
yeah,
It's also how it should be, huh? Don't forget it. I mean, yeah,
yeah, but it's hard because it's so easy to get tempted into becoming
definitely. Yeah, you see that quite a lot. And yeah,
yeah, exactly. Hey, and by the way, if you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to check it out on his YouTube. It's
I
one of
will.
his it's his vlogs. This latest episode, the Martin Garrix show, it's called, I guess. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Um, I was just thinking about like who's would become the number one DJ this year at ADE, because they always
I
announce
don't
it
always. Last year it was different, but I think this year they will do it at Amsterdam
during
Music
the event,
Festival.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but there's also a second party which I wasn't aware of, by the way. The 1001 track list thing. They also have a list, right?
Yeah, we're in it.
Congrats. What's that list about?
Well, 1001 Tracklist, the website.
Hmm.
They and everybody can upload track lists of their favorite DJs or not so favorite DJs, any DJ for that matter. And it's a database of who plays which tracks. And the 1000 over the 101 producer top list. I'm probably not saying that right, but um, it's how many the more your track gets supported, the higher you get into the list, which is
So
pretty cool, because it's an important factor. It's not.
so the more DJs play your song,
The
The
higher you
higher the
get
track
in the
order.
list. Yeah. And the website is the database of that holds all the records and the
Mm.
data. Um, I gotta say, like a disclaimer, if you make more housey stuff, it gets supported. If you're closer to the average sound or the median, how you want to call it, that gets supported by more DJs. I mean, and the more niche you make, the less support. So a high profile drum and bass artist probably won't make the list because there's not so
Mm.
many DJs making drum and bass. Hardstyle, the same. So I was actually also surprised for us that we were in it because in the whole spectrum, our style is a little bit harder. We're on the harder spectrum.
Mm.
Not really like really niche like drum and bass, but still. Um, but then again, I think that's because of the productivity. We did so many tracks, and then if the chances of more support is bigger. So I was actually really surprised and also really happy that we were in there. I think it's also a cool way of looking at how successful a DJ is. It's definitely a factor. And the
Mm.
more, I mean, John Summit was number one, and rightfully so. I mean, the guy is on fire and he's unstoppable. And yeah, also the rest of the list, I didn't see weird things there. And yeah, beside us.
Yeah. I'm going to the event
Oh, cool.
on Thursday evening, I guess. So I'm pretty excited to see who will be there. I think I heard it will be one of the hotspots during ADE. So
Yeah, could be. I mean, it's a cool list. I mean, it's different than DJ Mag. I also like DJ Mag. I mean, there's a lot of controversy about that list, but you can say the same for the 101 track list producer of the one top 101.
1001.
Yeah. I mean, also it doesn't say it all, doesn't give the whole story, and but still, I like the initiative. It gives a look on the dance scene, which is a little bit different, and still tells the story of so many people that will not get voted on a DJ Mag list, for instance, and um, and as a DJ, like for us, it's always cool to be a factor and people still think of you to get supported. So for me, every list counts. And whereas DJ Mag, it's pretty cool. It's just a voter driven list. If you can get your fan base mobilized to vote for you, yeah, there's a chance you will make the list. On the other hand, you will have to mobilize them. So that's kind of where I what I don't like. I mean, it's not natural for people to just go there and vote. You really have
Yeah.
to say it. So the ones who make more effort in there, um, yeah, they will probably get higher. So also that list doesn't give the whole image.
I still recall a long time ago that there was a DJ. I don't know who it was. I forgot about it, but he had like people running through Miami with iPads to vote for him.
Yeah, I actually don't know who it was. I know. I thought it was in Spain that Tony Junior had them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like just having an iPad like with like the voting screen open, and you just had to fill in the name and click
Oh, yeah,
OK
it
or
was your own
something.
choice. I actually like that because he also said, I remember that, and there was some controversy about that as well. Um, hey, if you ask them on the internet, what's different than ask them real life? I mean, if you go door to door, do you want to vote for me? Why not? It's how the
Yeah, that's true.
presidency gets decided, and it's actually making an effort to get out there. And I mean, the higher you get, the more reach you get to have your music being heard.
Is
Why
that
not?
is that 1001 track list chart? Is that important for bookers, or would it be more important for yourself?
I think everything counts. I mean, it's cool to get some recognition for what you do, and making a list is one of those ways to get recognition. Yeah, and for the one promoter, it's more important than for the other, but it does give a little bit of sense. Like, okay, is somebody relevant or not?
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, also if you talk popularity, I mean, there's a good chance Martin Garrix will be number one. I mean, it's either him or Guetta, in my opinion.
Who was it last year? I really don't recall.
I thought Guetta, and the year before was Garrix.
Didn't
So if
Chesto also made it like a couple of years
yeah,
ago?
but that's way back. But Tiesto is a big. He doesn't like the list, and he
Oh,
actually he's pretty vocal about it, or has been. I'm not sure. But also the 1001 tracklist producers list. I thought Garrix was not so high, maybe 80 or something, or maybe not even in there. I actually haven't looked at where he was, but I
yeah.
know he wasn't in the top. Shall I have a look?
Yeah, check it out. And then in the meantime, for the people watching the live stream, I think the audio is fixed. I didn't do anything, but now it says that the connection is perfect and there's no mistake anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, here we go. John Summit, number one. Guetta, two. Oh, Dimitri Vegas, number three. But to be honest, yeah, he had a really good year. And Tiesto is number four. Man, he always. Hugel on five. Totally deserved. He makes some insane cool music. And Mau P on six. That's actually also so well deserved. The guy's on fire. I think he makes the most cool flows ever. And then Steve Angelo on seven. I didn't see that coming, to be
is that
honest.
this year's chart?
Yeah. Oliver Heldens at eight, but he's also killing it. I like Mike at nine. He has his Green Room label. He's doing really well with that. Old Mob, I like him. Although I didn't know he had so many tracks. Armin van Buren 11, Skrillex 12, and then we go on and on and on. I see Fisher, Maddox, number 15. That's also really special because his style is also really hard. He's
Very
actually the
niche.
first harder style, except for Demi and Mike, who also do softer shit. But
Mm,
that's yeah. I mean, Maddox is really, really relevant at this moment.
yeah. It's also fun where he came from, as in he's also not a new name in the industry. He's been here quite a few years,
Yeah,
but he kind of reinvented himself, right?
yeah. Together with Hartwell, I think, or even Maddox was before that. They did the more techno-y sound. I think Will Sparks, Maddox, Danny Avila. They were the ones who
Mm,
kind of got the techno commercial vibe, and then Hartwell, of course, with his comeback, he made it really big.
yeah.
And yeah, there's all these guys then, and then at 39, of course, is yours truly, Bassjackers. And
And
let's see,
which spot?
49. And then we get like a Timmy Trumpet is 65. Are you still
Timmy
here?
Trumpet,
Oh,
65.
yeah. And
Yeah,
then
sorry, I'm just trying to fix everything, but
and then WW 81. I haven't seen Garrick yet. I think he's not in this list. But then that's what I was trying to say. No, he's not in the list. What the fuck? Um,
isn't he also boycotting it?
the 1001 track list.
Oh
No,
no, I mentioned the DJ Mac one.
no, he's not boycotting anything. No,
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he
no,
had to
and but
clean.
that's what I want to say. I mean, Garrix, he will be probably number one or two in the DJ Mag, and here he's not in there. So this list is also not giving the total story because come on, it's Garrix, and
Yeah,
if he releases less records, he gets less support, and yeah, that also can happen. That doesn't make him less popular, but it's just all. I think they're all cool initiatives, and yeah, something to fight for to be in there. I mean, that's also cool, huh?
yeah, true. By the way, for the people in the live stream right now, if you have a question, feel free to drop it in. I see the audio still pops every now and then, but sorry, can't change it. Um, are you guys going to be at some ADE events? Yes, I will be at a cruise tomorrow from a German event company. So I will be cruising on a boat around Amsterdam for a couple of hours. Jay is joining me actually. And at night I will be at the 1001 tracklist party, and on Friday we have our own event. So that will be my schedule, and then I'll be heading home again. So not too crazy. I always try to keep it low key with ADE. I actually
Yeah.
booked a hotel for the first time.
Oh, so you're not drinking? Oh, you're drinking.
Yep.
Woo! Party Joey.
Well, normally I do a drink as well. Oh, that's the ginger kicking in.
Mm-hmm. Gin tonic.
Yeah, exactly. Um, no, normally I did do drinks as well because I went by the train.
Oh.
But I was thinking like, why am I going back and forth with the train 2 days in a row? Well, if you look at the cost these days from a train ticket, you can buy a hotel room for that. So I was like, yeah, let's just stick with a hotel. It's much
Yeah.
better.
It's also better. I mean, it's cool. You can rent a bike and go everywhere by bike. It's nice weather
Exactly.
also today.
Dude, it's spring.
It's
It's
spring.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice.
There's someone, DRK Septem. If you are on the Windows Audio, I think this is about the stream, but I can't fix anything in the stream. I don't know. We don't use OBS or whatever. I will upload the full new episode in high quality, so hopefully that works. Where can I send the suit track to Ralph?
Oh, um, is there something in the artist podcast thing?
What?
Can he upload it in Discord?
Yeah, you can upload it in Discord.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and also, I mean, send us an Instagram DM. Slide in our DM, man.
DM. His name is Melodramatic, just so you know.
Melodramatic.
Yeah. And question from the him: what DJs do you guys think sell the most tickets in Europe? Pooh,
Interesting question, man.
in Europe, I think Martin Garrix does a lot of
I
tickets here.
mean, I think all the hype right now is kind of music.
Kind of music,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Hey, and ADE, Marlon Hofstad's doing his event with Awakenings.
You know what's funny? I think that the artist that sells the most tickets is the one who is the most hype on socials. As in, that's why I think kind of music is doing so well.
Yeah,
I don't think they will sell out a stadium like Martin Garrix does. Um, but overall, they do sell a lot of tickets, I think.
yeah, yeah. Also depends on which territory.
If you look at Hardstyle,
Ooh.
for example, that's a really,
Niche.
um, yeah, it's a niche, but it's also mostly Europe. It's getting bigger in different countries as well.
Yeah, it's doing quite well.
Yeah, but it has been like a Europe thing for a long period of time. And then if you look at hardstyle, like those guys sell out like crazy.
Yeah,
It's a really niche audience, but no one's really talking about those names because it's a niche.
definitely. Yeah, and they have their like small fan base, but they're
hmm,
really dedicated.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a cool scene. I like it.
but if you really talk, yeah, the most tickets is it's really
Oh yeah, there's so many artists. If I look at also different genres, I know like guy like Boris Brescia is doing really good. Ben Böhmer sells quite a lot. Does different shows than most. I think hard tickets. But yeah, of course, the
Eric
popular
Pritz,
ones like Tiesto and Garrix will always sell a lot of tickets.
yeah, Swedish House Mafia.
Yeah, 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 those guys. And but still, it's different. I mean, also like Armin has his own events, and obviously he's really popular as well. But it's the State of Trance, a State of Trance, I must say, and it's different from an Armin show. And I don't think like Garrix and Tiesto don't do like many own shows across Europe at all so much. There must be a reason for that. I think it's
Mhm.
also just hard work to um, make or do all the production yourself and all that stuff. But those are the names. I mean, the usual suspects.
Usual
Yeah,
suspects, yeah.
but it's also sometimes interesting because, and don't really know, but I always feel like, for example, some of the American artists won't do really good here, and some of the European won't do really
Yeah.
good in America, vice versa. And there's also really like a disconnection in popularity that, yeah, some Americans won't do well here, and some Europeans won't do well there.
Yeah, true. By the way, there's a question from last week, I guess, that
Weak.
we didn't answer. It's a question from Josh actually.
Oh,
For you, Ralph.
yeah.
I see that the Bassjackers website uses fan gauge. Does he recommend it, and are there any pros and cons to be aware of?
I really like the ease of updating it. I will always do it myself. That's why you can see it being updated for like, it doesn't get updated continuously, but once a month, every new stuff, all the new stuff gets plumped on there.
Is that bassjackers.com?
Yeah. And I don't like the layout and all. But it's just the ease, and I don't think we actually have to pay for it. No, no. We were there really early on, and
I still remember getting approached by Fangage as well to if I wanted to use it. It's been a long time.
yeah,
They were pretty early in the game.
yeah. I know some Feld started it, of course,
Yeah, he
and
recently sold it, right?
yeah, he made a lot of money of it. You know what I don't like about it is if you want to send an email out to everybody, you have to pay. So it's
Mm,
for me no worse or better than the usual suspects.
yeah.
Although you do get some more insight of who you reach. And I mean, it's also completely understandable that they have bills to pay and all that kind of shit. For my phone is doing annoying stuff. Let's turn it off.
Blowing up.
Yeah, no, it's acting like I'm uploading something, but I'm not.
Oh, that's weird.
Fuck off.
There's multiple people in the chat asking if we think that progressive house is dead.
No, not at all. Actually, our tracks are sounding more progressive than ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the old
No, it's just how
Garrix.
you make it up, with the bass lines, doing melodies, with top melodies, more chords in there, also in the drops. Whereas with big room and techno, which is for me not so different, it was like this bass layer, a kick and a bass, sub, and then with something on top of it. And sometimes it was just like a screech or something. But with progressive, you have these multiple layers, and especially where you get that kick bass, una, 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 una. Okay, hey, that sounds a bit more like progressive, like the bass line is doing shit. And then you have the top melodies on there, which actually is more like a progressive house approach than it is something different. And then you get the second 8 bars. You first have the 8 bars of drop, and then you get the second eight, and you do a little chord progression in there. Either it's pads or a piano, and um, I think also the retro trancy vibes of the 90s entered in there, and so completely disagree.
I also don't really understand why people say it's dead because I believe there's always an audience for a certain type of music.
I
It
mean,
just might.
they are right in respect
Mm,
to the old sound doesn't get made anymore. The only one actually doing it sometimes is Garrix.
yeah,
And,
and
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 and then to be honest, there's not so a big market for it. So not so many people listen to
yeah,
it.
it's smaller.
I'm one of the few because I
I
like it.
do, but maybe it's just nostalgia. I don't know. But if I listen back to those songs of Alesso and stuff, like,
Man,
oh man.
insanely good. Yeah.
But there's so much emotion in it. Like I still remember last year on Tomorrowland when Alesso
Yeah, last
closed
last
up.
year, yeah, he had a great set. Yeah.
Oh man, like the what's this biggest
Heroes was insane.
Yeah, the other one with One
Yeah.
Republic.
Oh, yeah. If I ever lose myself.
Yeah, I lose myself. Oh man, like that song,
Yeah, that song.
it's
I
crazy.
also got to give some credits to One Republics because it's their song that made it. But man, he made such a
Yeah,
cool dance track of it.
yeah, it's crazy. So I
Yeah.
do miss that time as well. But
But he
as I
also had
said,
Nadia Lee Pressure. That was amazing as
oh
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, hearing
He has a lot of cool stuff.
cool, crazy
June, Iris
hits.
of Valentina. That's actually earlier shit. I really like that one as well. But you had so many good artists back then. And
Yeah,
I also like Pierce Fulton. I think he's dead or something now. Do you remember?
Pierce Fulton. I remember the name, but
Yeah, there was something with him also.
Pierce
He was really
Fulton.
good. Also, man,
Oh yeah, he died
yeah, Tommy
2021.
Trash, dude. He had the
Oh,
most
Tommy
insane
Trash.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Trash he had like a very unique sound.
Oh, the best.
Yeah, with that like the bass
Mm.
line. Bop, 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 bop.
Who? Can you
Yeah,
repeat one time?
I still listen to one of his tracks. I think it's a remix.
Yeah, he did one
What
for
happened to
Luddy
Tommy
Duddy.
Trash? Is Tommy Trash still doing things or?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he kind of got out of the picture. But he had Luddy Duddy, and he did one for the Aston Shuffle. Those were really amazing. Of
That's the
course, he
one,
had
the Aston
was
Shuffle one.
Reload was his, right?
Um, Reload
Yeah,
is wow. Now that you mention it, he's
that's
on
Ingrosso
Reload.
and Tommy Trash. Yeah,
I never knew.
I do
I
because I
thought it
know my
was
shit.
Angelo and Ingrosso. Holy shit, he made Reload. That is a hell of a song.
Yeah, but he had so many more.
And
Yeah,
then Sunrise, that's the one I meant, like the
yeah, that's
Tommy
the
Trash
Aston
remix.
Shuffle. Yeah, that one is amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He's
I
a
don't
cool
know.
guy as well. We had a lot of laughs with him. But I
He's
heard at
Australian.
some point he just totally vanished. And then he did like, he just totally vanished and he was like totally off grid and didn't do shit at all. And at some point he kind of came back, but yeah.
Tommy Trash. Let me check. Oh, he does. He is posting.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna
8 weeks
follow him.
ago though, but he is posting. He released on House Trap.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, man, that era had a lot of. But as I said, it could be nostalgia. I don't know, but it somehow feels like that era was something else. You know, like something happened there.
Yeah, it was just one of those big movements as well, like Big Room. And, you know, yeah, it also evolved, and I think everybody. I mean, we get it quite a lot. Like, hey, why don't you make the tracks like you used to? Yeah, the world moves, and we move also, and everything
The only
evolves.
constant in life is change.
Definitely, the world don't wait, and yeah, and also with progressive house, yeah, that once was a thing, and now it's different. And also, but progressive house evolved. I was talking about Marlon Hofstad earlier. I Got You is a really good track of Marlon Hofstad. Gives me a little bit of progressive house vibes,
Hmm.
and whereas it's really in a trancey '90s vibe, even like a little bit of happy hardcore in there. And yeah, I think that's the new progressive. It also has the feels, you know.
Hmm. Do you think like that Alesso era will return in a certain way?
I don't think so, but I've been wrong before.
Not in the same jacket, maybe
No,
different.
different, but it is there. I mean, we do quite a lot of stuff also, and when I'm working on it, always feel like, whoa, this is more like a progressive house approach.
Hmm. Okay.
But hey, I'm an optimist.
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the genre's changed, and we have to accept it. And there's just, if you like a progressive house, there's so many music that you can like that have that same emotion. It's just a little bit different, but even more energy in there most of the times. I mean, the BPM has gone up to like 145, 150.
Yeah, that's what people also talk about. Like, when will 128 come back?
Oh man, 128 now feels so slow. And but then again, I do like a lot of tracks. We were always producing more on 130, 132, and for us was fast if we did 136, and now it's our slowest. um but yeah, 128 just feels like woo, 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 slow.
To me, it's completely natural. Like, 126, 128 is
Yeah,
my sweet spot, I would say. Um, I feel like most of the songs these days are just too quick, as in it's too fast. I'm more of a 126.
party art.
Yeah, that's probably the difference between you and me.
Yeah.
Um,
Questions questions
did you guys thought of mixing progressive with epic music? What is epic
Epic
music?
music. Epic music is just epic music.
Yeah,
Like epic. Well, that's actually kind of, yeah. I mean, Schrotthagen, they're here again. They make epic music. It's like this movie score goes techno. And yeah, you can do that with progressive as well. Although progressive kind of works always, it's kind of melancholic melodies or euphoric that work. And uh, yeah, a lot of the epic stuff is, yeah, a different emotion most of the time. But yeah, could
Mm,
work if epic music is like the cinematic big stuff.
yeah. He mentions Hans Zimmer.
Hey, we have a track coming out. Shameless plug.
Which one?
Cornfield Chase. Yeah, we're doing a cover. Armin has been playing it quite a lot. Also, Steve Aoki and Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually both opened with it. No, Steve Aoki didn't open with it, but Dimitri opened Ushuaia quite a long time. We made it already before Tomorrowland Winter last year.
It's
And
an old one.
I know there's a lot of cool clips of Armin playing it. And we didn't do anything with it because if you want to release it as a cover, it has to be a cover of everything. But then I found this guy on the internet called Patrick Sound, and he made a cover of Cornfield Chase. Amazing. Like, if you didn't know any better and don't like totally listen one uh, underneath the other, like at the same time. But if you just listen to it separately, it sounds like Hans Zimmer. It's insane, and he made it all on his computer. And so I asked the guy, "Is it okay if we use this and we do a collab together?" And he said, "Dude, that's totally fine, man, mate," because he's from Australia.
Okay.
And oh, it's really cool. I'm really happy with that, and also for him, because he doesn't have the followers yet. So if you want to follow him, he makes amazing music for scores. His name is Patrick Soun, Soun, and I'm really happy with him. Yeah. And then
That's
if you have everything covered, you can release it as a cover. It's like a gray area.
Inception. Patrick
No, no,
Sound.
no. Cornfield Chase. Inception is a different movie, man. This is Interstellar.
Yeah, but that's one of the things Google mentioned. But did he ever made like a version of Inception?
Yeah, that could be. That could be. He made a lot. He
Yeah,
did
time cop.
Dune, Alien, and his
Oh, I'll
own
check it
shit
out.
also.
I'll
It's
check it out.
really, really impressive what he does.
Okay, okay. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The world of
Um,
internet, it's a wondrous place, my friend.
you can connect with anyone.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's insane, eh? He is all the way actually down there because it's probably the direct opposite of Holland on the globe is, or are
Yeah.
you a flat earther?
I'm a flat earther.
Oh, okay, no, okay. And it's all the way up there. It's called
Yeah.
Australia, and
All the
no, I mean it's totally different. He's like plus 12 hours from me, and I found him, and we can do something together, and we can connect. It's like,
it's crazy. Yeah?
yeah,
I once made an online course with someone from New Zealand during the
dude.
course of like a month or two, and every meeting we had, which was one a week or something, it was always like either me or him had to do like an early morning or a late night session, and it's just the most terrible time difference you can have.
Yeah, yeah, that's the most terrible. Yeah,
Oh
I
man.
have a lot of LA meetings. That's
Oh,
minus
same.
9 from here. No, plus 12 is even worse. So,
Yeah, that's even worse. But nine can be doable, as in you might end the day and that person starts the day,
mm,
so
mm,
that could work.
yeah,
But when it's 12 hours,
no, it's
yeah,
always shit. Yeah,
someone's fucked always.
someone's fucked always.
Yeah. So that actually did work out great eventually, but it was
That's
but
literally 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock at night.
yeah, and
That's
yeah,
probably the
exactly.
best window there is, or 7-7.
Exactly. So either early mornings or late nights, but it was nothing in between. And that sucked. So yeah,
Yeah, you know what also sucks?
not having internet.
A Dyson.
Oh no, that thing doesn't suck. I have a Dyson.
It doesn't
Not
suck,
happy with it.
so it sucks.
It literally sucks. No,
Yeah,
not
no,
literally.
figuratively, see.
Figuratively. Figuratively. Yeah. No, that's one of the worst investments I've done over the
Yeah.
past few.
Hey, maybe cool questions for everybody listening. Do you think it's going better without Jobke or worse?
Just a poll for next week.
Yeah. No, I
But
miss him dearly.
he's pedaling.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well.
Does Ralph ever use built-in reverb in plugins like Silent and Serum, or does he always turn it off and
Serum,
apply?
yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, the thing is only when you, of course, on you're gonna at some point compress, and then your reverb will compress alone. That won't always work. But what I do like is when I use Serum, just a tad of reverb.
Dad, what the
Yeah, it's like I'm like almost original English speaker and
native speaker?
native speaker. And no, the thing is, I do like when you give it like a little bit of tail through reverb, and then you compress it, and it gets pushed up, and shit can happen. But yeah, that's why you have to be wary of using it. It's not your main reverb, obviously, because your main reverb you also want to automate. It has probably you want it to duck when your synth is playing and all that kind of stuff. So, but I do use it sometimes. Actually, the serum effects, I love them a lot.
Hmm. That whole
Hmm.
docking process, I never really applied that in my
No,
production.
it's more of recent years. But yeah, I get it. It's
Makes sense
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also sometimes your reverb as a tone that goes into the next chord, or you have chords with reverb going into each other, actually uh, will sound false. Yeah. So you also sometimes want to cut it when the next note is played,
Yeah, that
or
makes
next
sense.
chord is played. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, it's so complex music making.
It's not too complex. I stopped doing it for 7 years, opened up my computer and
Bam,
still do
hit.
it. Bam, hit. Like
Yeah.
boom, instant hit.
People sometimes say to me, you know what you should do? Make a hit. I'm like,
Like,
dude,
oh, never thought of it.
no. Now
Sorry.
you come with it. Wish
Yeah,
I met you sooner.
exactly. Okay. That's it for now.
Yep.
I We will record another podcast on Friday, so in 2 days at ADE at the event. So that's going to be a live recorded one with audience. We have 35 people coming over, so that's going to be nice.
Nice.
Um, we'll upload that later this week as a podcast episode, so you can listen back to it if you won't be able to attend. And keep an eye on the Discord as always. That's where the magic happens. That's where we are in the community. And Ralph Melodramatic says that he already sent it to you, so you can
Oh,
check it out
shall
in
we have a
the.
listen to it live?
Sure.
Um, I don't
There
see
goes
it.
our strikes on YouTube. Or being striked by Melodramatic that we played his song.
Yeah. Hey, but where did he send it? Not to the Bassjackers
Um,
one.
Let me check. I sent him and their main IG.
The main
The,
Instagram.
yeah.
I can't see it. Um, Melodramatic, huh?
Yep.
Or he sent it earlier or right
Uh,
now.
15 minutes ago.
No, the
Yeah.
last one I have of Liz Mehmet. There's a reel sent 20 minutes ago.
That's probably not him. Maybe
Um,
at you have this thing called verzoeken.
yeah, I'm looking there. Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
that's weird. Yeah.
Well, I'll if you can send it in the Discord, Melodramatic, that would be nice. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Sorry for the shitty sound if you've been watching the live stream. Um, I think something went wrong in the live stream. I don't know
Damn
what.
it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
We are going to enjoy ADE, and
Yeah,
I,
you know what's a really good song for ADE? Bassjackers, blah, blah, blah. It's online right now. You can stream it on every door and enjoy it.
oh,
Play it loud.
play it out.
It's a
And if
remake
you're
of
not
the
part of
Gigi
the
D'Agostino
community,
one.
yeah.
Do you want
And
to
if
say
you're not
something?
Yeah, if you're
Ready?
not part of the community yet, make sure to join the community, the Discord community, where we are with like 550 people already. So that's growing. And feel free to enter there. And we'll be back next week with another live stream. Bye bye.